Hello.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the King's Castle. I'm King James along with Blair Chopin.
Hey guys.
And we are talking tonight about the big news that WWE is coordinating another brand extension, which means Raw and Smackdown will become separate brands. So in response to that, we've decided to do our own little mock draft here tonight. Now, I should mention for the benefit of our viewers that for our purposes tonight, we're only focusing on the current rosters between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. And because there's a possibility this could happen on the real show, with the exception of the WWE champions could be drafted together. So if they're the tag team champions, they're going to be drafted together.
Let's do it.
So, I'm going to choose first. And my choice is a man who I think has revolutionized...
You're choosing for Raw.
Yeah. I think has revolutionized not only WWE, not only Raw, but the entire WWE. And he will continue to revolutionize in the months to come. My pick is the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Ooh, AJ Styles. Okay. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins.
Why?
Because I think he is going to be one of the great heels in wrestling history. And he's a champion. He's a brand name. It's good to have him back, so I'm going to pick Seth.
Makes sense. I'm gonna trump you here a little bit, Blair. I'm gonna go with John Cena.
Okay. You want to say why, or are we just going one by one?
I'll tell you why. John Cena has taken what was the flagship of the WWE and Raw and elevated it over the past several years. And I think it would be to their benefit to keep him on Raw as far as the company themselves, so that's why I'm doing it here.
I'm reaching here because I'm thinking of long-term potential here and someone who's going to be around longer and someone who can come in immediately with star power while being young, so I'm going to pick Finn Balor.
Oh, you schooled me on that one. Why?
I just think he has the potential to come up from NXT, and with his popularity, he could immediately be a star. He could immediately challenge Rollins, who would be the heel of my brand, and come in with a lot of positive momentum and just just be a star immediately. And I could have him on the roster for 10, 15 years, whereas Cena, I consider Cena too, but I was wondering how close I was coming to the end with him.
Maybe. Well, you know what? I'm gonna make things a little more interesting. As far as the NXT contribution is concerned, and I'm choosing Samoa Joe.
Why are you going with Samoa?
Because it would be great to see rivalries with Joe's character being built up, as since he's already proven he can hold his own as the NXT champion. I would love to see him develop further. And I would think if they put him on Raw and made him a champion and had him face somebody like John Cena, that would be a dream match in its own right.
Nice. Good pick. I'm going to go I'm going to pick Charlotte Flair.
Why?
I think she's definitely the biggest female star of kind of this new era, where women's wrestling has been more legitimate, kind of like we talked about last week. I'm proposing Smackdown as being kind of the young and hip brand, and this new style of wrestling in the Divas division is something I want to promote for my brand here. Because you Raw people are just a bunch of old geezers.
Old geezers?
Yeah.
Well,
who you picking in the 4th round, you geezer?
You know something? In all the time since the launch of the network that I've been watching NXT, there's one chant that I keep hearing time and time again
Don't get him.
And I'm going to give the fans exactly what they want. Because they always say they want some of her. So I say, hey, Raw wants some Bayley.
Bayley, okay. Interesting pick. Why Bayley?
Well, because I see this as an opportunity to not only provide one of the most exciting brands in all of sports entertainment, but also to further inspire the audience, both male and female. And they want to prove that they can be strong and powerful, and what better place to do it than right here on the flagship show?
Okay, I can see that pick. So, to kind of build my storyline in the female division, I'm going to pick the NXT Women's Champion to rival Charlotte Flair. And Usaka's going to kill you.
Wait. Her name is Asuka.
Asuka and Charlotte Flair is going to be my big rivalry. To go along. So we're doing an NXT invasion here.
Then I'll make things a little more interesting.
Your 5th round pick.
I've got to choose someone who I think could be a good heel on the male side. And I'll choose Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, good pick.
Because he's already proven himself to be a phenomenal athlete in a very short period of time. And he's proven that he can be a good heel, so it makes sense.
Good pick, James. I'm going to pick up someone who I think would instantly be a fan favorite. And it's another NXT pick, which is my 3rd in a row. But Shinsuke.
No. Let me help you. SmackDown's next pick is Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nakamura. He's gonna be huge, and he's a star, and people are gonna love him. So he's my 5th round pick. Who's your last pick?
This is gonna surprise you. I'm going with the WWE World Tag Team Champions, The New Day.
Oh, good pick. And I'm going to go with someone who's currently injured, but will be back soon. And I really like the potential of this guy, so I'm gonna take a flyer on him, and that's Bray Wyatt.
You're really going to bring the Eater of Worlds to SmackDown?
Yep.
What are you trying to do, scare people?
I really like his character.
You just like it because he says, we're here.
Yeah, he's a great character. They just need to use him more. And we're going to use him more on my SmackDown.
But let me ask you a question. Hypothetically speaking, how could they build Bray's character more other than that creepy poetry he does week after week?
I think there's more potential there. If you, like if
he got involved in some more dangerous matches at the pay-per-view?
So this is where I think Bray Wyatt's character, I think it's more of it worries me because I think it's more of an early 2000s, late 90s character. Like the potential of it instead of a PG era character. Like, because I think he's they want him to be this sadist at heart and everything and just really do terrible things to people. Like, you could see him burying people alive and stuff, or stalking people's wives, or just really doing sinister stuff.
Right.
But how much of that can you do when it's TVPG? That's why I'm proposing that SmackDown becomes TVMA.
But here's the other thing you need to consider. Here's the other thing you need to consider. Bray Wyatt is more of a talker than anything else. And excuse me for saying this, and I apologize to the members of the WWE universe who disagree, but Bray Wyatt, in my opinion, is a great talker, but he's not a great wrestler.
Oh, I don't know, James.
Because I don't know why, but he just seems to be uncoordinated to me as far as handling the matches.
Oh, come on. You're saying that with your belly button sticking out like that. Come on. But watch your language, Bob. I said belly button. That's not a curse word. But So, I mean, I think if Kevin Owens can be perceived as a good wrestler, is Bray Wyatt's build that much different from him? Like, what you would ideally do?
Maybe so, because Kevin Owens is built around more of the physical power, whereas Bray Wyatt's built around more of the psychological aspect.
Yeah, but I think if you made him like a hardcore superstar, where he didn't have to rely on as much of physical strength and coordination or anything, then he would be great. And then you built his character as just this crazy man who's willing to do anything to get in your head, even more than it already is.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I think you're good to go. I see potential in Bray Wyatt. I think the people love him.
Well,
so I'm giving the people what they want.
I think I agree with that because
you just don't like him. He gives you the heebie-jeebies.
He does not. What do you think? I'm a big scaredy cat?
I do.
I'm the king.
I do. I do kind of think you're scared of Bray Wyatt.
I'll tell you what. Just to prove to you that I'm not scared of him, I'm going to invite him on the show.
Whoa!
The next time WWE comes to Charlotte, I don't care what it is, but Bray, if you want to come on and promote the show, be my guest. And I'll be the one to say, you're here.
Yeah.
But, all kidding aside...
We gotta analyze. I like my roster.
All kidding aside, that would conclude our mock draft. They're probably gonna have more picks than that within
they would have to
within the 3 hours on the show. But probably what's gonna happen is they're gonna pick 10 people live for each brand, and then they're gonna have a lottery online afterwards. But we'll see. But on another note, we also have to cover the return of John Cena.
We'll do that in the next
So
part.
when we come back right after this, we will cover the return of Mr. Hustle, Loyalty, Respect. Stay tuned.